Welcome back to Tipton Bros. Today, we'll be discussing the Mace Trap and the role it played in the Vietnam War. Before we begin, I must disclose that I am no expert and never claimed to be. Now, let's get into it. The sheer variety of booby traps employed by the Vietcong is genuinely difficult to comprehend. With boundless knowledge of the landscape and surrounding natural environment, guerrillas of the Liberation Army of South Vietnam would outwit and overwhelm U.S. forces, all without firing a single shot. Patrols treaded carefully through the dense foliage of Southeast Asia, eyes scanning the ground intently for a tripwire or possibly a patch of disturbed soil that seemed out of place. Most fatal snares utilized by the Viet Cong remained anchored to the jungle floor. Punji pits, rigged explosives, and spike boards all relied on ground cover to conceal their whereabouts. With numerous deadly traps lacing the footpaths frequented by U.S. soldiers, it's understandable that an individual would be wary of their next step, concentrated on the damp earth beneath their feet. But what about the canopy directly overhead? This, too, became a medium for inflicting casualties, or at very least, gruesome and life-threatening injuries. Strung high into the trees above was the Mace Trap, a favorite of guerrilla fighters. What made this contraption so effective was its versatility in terms of construction. At its core, the Mace Trap is simply a weighted object that operates using oscillatory motion, just as a pendulum does. This straightforward mechanism allows for a wide range of materials. Concrete, wood, metal, clay, and often entire logs became high-speed battering rams which swung recklessly towards the victim. As if blunt force wasn't sufficient, these solid pieces of mass would be shrouded in sharpened iron or wood spikes, usually between 6 to 12 inches long. Any malleable material, such as mud, would be formed into spheres weighing upwards of 100 pounds. Small crates were also widespread, being filled with sand or stones and sealed. Spike shafts would then be hammered through the boards in all directions. While these options are devastating, a log presented the opportunity to kill multiple combatants. Hundreds, if not thousands of pounds in potential momentum could be released in a moment's notice. This was done by way of tripwire, which if triggered would slip the loop of rope or cable off its catch, freeing the Mace Trap from its elevated position. Deployment could also be done manually, but this was far less common. The ensuing collision instantaneously cut down the point man and anyone in his immediate vicinity, striking the stomach, chest, neck, or head. The object was well camouflaged, and even a vigilant soldier could be caught off guard. The Mace Trap was reused, rebuilt, or made new in mass throughout the Vietnam War, and wreaked havoc on those unfortunate enough to cross its path. I hope you've enjoyed today's brief overview of the Viet Cong Mace Trap. We are a small channel, so a like is greatly appreciated, and recommendations are always welcome. Again, I'm no expert and never claim to be. Until next time, on Tipton Bros.